like just talking about like super like dumb shit.
Oh shit.
When I was in the army, right? We had our PT clothes, right? Which is your physical training clothes, your like workout clothes. Now back in the day, they had what are known as marshmallows.
Okay.
Which are like these sweatpants that are gray. And you had a gray shirt that went on top of it. And if you looked at somebody in it, like from a distance, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, you could literally just be wearing marshmallows." That's what they look like, and they were great to like sweat stuff out in.
Right.
They were getting phased out when I was in, and they were getting phased into the ones that we have now, which like says Army on the front. It has like the A that's stylized on the back of like two triangles. I always thought it was really cool. It really doesn't matter what I thought about it, but they were also slightly reflective. And then we got a jacket that was kind of the same and reflective. And
the ones that you had? Or
yeah, the ones that we had. And then we got a few other things that were reflective, right?
Okay.
And now the Army pretty much issued you with like reflective road belts.
Okay.
And I'm just like I was talking to a friend that's like in
when you're
Army.
Deployed?
No. So that's what's really dumb, right? Let's say you're wearing because like your PTs like under deployment or anything else like that are like, hey, I'm going to be chilling in my barracks, right?
Right.
You can't just wear civilian clothes, so a lot of the times you'll wear your PT clothes when you're going to like shower or going to mess if you're not like required to be in the service uniform. But what they'll do is wow, that was
fuck did that come from? Yeah.
They'll be like, okay, you have to wear these clothes, and the fucking Army has like issued you these belts that are just like high vis belts and like a crossing guard thing, so it's a high vis belt, and then there's one that loops up your shoulder, and it is. So I was talking to somebody, and they were like, did you have to wear that? And I'm like, no. What is this fucking bullshit? Like, what is this softer Army that we've all built? It's coming from that thing in the middle, right?
It's just, these are all turrets.
Yeah, but there's all things around them. And now they don't.
Yeah, you just gotta get close. I'm getting slapped around.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm telling you, I think there's one that doesn't have a thing on it. I'm a little bummed that you can't shoot those out of the air, but I'm also like, yeah, this would be so broken and easy.
Yeah.
You need to do this like multiple times, don't you?
You mean like on this part?
Yeah, like fight these things.
No.
Oh, that's the only one where to do that?
There's one part at the end. You getting blown the fuck up.
But yeah, so it was just one of those like, it's one of those things I was talking about. I was like, God, this is so. But then like people who got out before I got in, like Gen Xers, are like, God, you guys are so fucking dumb with all your cushy soft shit. And I'm looking at, they're like, you had cell phones in basic. I'm like, hold up, we got our cell phones to make phone calls, like when you'd have to use the payphone,
right? And
that was it,
right?
And now they're like, no, they can just have their cell phones in their barracks. Oh, hey, it's the Batarians. All life matters except for theirs. They are just allowed to be killed. I'll start calling them like Badas soon.
They're not even that bad. Wow.
No, Bata.
No, I know. I'm just saying, Batarians aren't even like that fucking bad.
Yeah, but they're like the generic. You're allowed to kill them and not feel anything.
Oh shit! Sorry. All right. Still got.
Shot you right through that person.
Yep.
But like they are the like, yeah, you're allowed to kill them. So I was trying to think of like a really like dirty name to call them. So Batas. Batas. Batas.
I hope.
Like you say that with a sneer on your lip. Like
I
I'm
know.
like, whoa, she said Batarian with a hard
N.
R.
Yeah. Hang on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Did I pick colonist? I think I did. That's what I normally pick. So her family and everybody she knew was killed by Batarians.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
she at least has an excuse. Maybe not an excuse, but a reason.
Hashtag all Batarians. Get that trending on Twitter.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Didn't even see that coming.
Yeah, you're in a fatal funnel in a doorway. Tactically speaking, it's never going to work this way.
Will work eventually. With my shotgun. I hope I get
Aren't
through
they
this part.
slavers especially?
Yes.
You think their depth perception is extra good with having 4 eyes?
Probably.
Although this does beg the question, if they use iron sights like we do for traditional things, how do they aim down? I think you just said that to yourself.
I don't think that weapons really use iron sights so much as there's like more smart targeting.
Okay. So it's the smart pistol that you made fun of me for using in Titanfall.
Yes, but there's also like the scope that like I think pretty much all the assault rifles have integrated into them.
Yeah, but so how do you look at the scope? Because we put one eye to the scope, one eye out of the scope.
Do you think they have control over all? Like they can close their eyes separately?
They can close 3 out of 4 of them.
Yes.
I don't. Considering that some people. Can,
Oh my god! Even better, they could just close one eye, still have 2 eyes open, and aiming down the sight. You'll be able to see fucking literally everything.
Just on one side. Oh my god. It gives us extra. Like they have like the depth perception that we have with both of our eyes open, just with 2 of their eyes open because how they close.
That'd be amazing. Damn. Shoot where they're gonna be, not where they
are. Yeah, your melee, I did learn was stupid broken. I forgot
you just
what
knock
mission
people
I was
over.
doing.
Yeah.
I just walked up and smacked somebody with it. I'm like, yeah, no wonder like kicking somebody out of a window in the second game is like no, they'd be down for the count. Like you'd be like So I started looking at Nicole. She's like, why did he just go over like that? I'm like, what? Like,
A great
She's
question.
Like, oh my god, that's exactly what he does.
Oh shit. Hey, I didn't die that time. Just caught on all this detritus.
Detritus?
Yeah.
That's a word set.
Go over there.
Force throw somebody.
Pretty much. Damn, I flipped his ass over.
If you play like the Lone Survivor or something like that, like Colonist Lone Survivor, I think your family, your like place gets attacked by one of the Reaver Mall thingies.
Thresher Maw, and it's not where you're from. It's you were sent as like a part of a squad to go investigate this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get there, you're like, oh shit, everyone's dead. What happened?
Yes.
And then the Thresher Maw attacks, and you're like, oh shit, that's what happened. And you're the only one who makes it out alive.
Yeah, but that's your backstory thing. And then you can go to that planet and kill that Thresher Maw.
You can?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's one of the planets you go to where it happens. You can like look up and see, and if you go there, you fight the Thresher Maw, and that like resolves your
trauma.
Well, not even your trauma. It just resolves your like your backstory. It gives it the ending.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You okay over there?
Yeah. That burp was a little spicy.
Yeah, I like playing. It's like playing D&D. Like it's just having someone's backstory, and then if you have a good DM who's able to like mix it in there,
right?
It always makes it really fun. Because I did like a gunslinger artificer one time, who
gunslinger.
Yeah, it was an artificer, and it means you can use like pistols.
Yeah.
So, have you ever seen Boondock Saints?
No.
The ending scene, one of the guys comes out and he's got a holster, and it's just a bunch of pistols on it.
Uh-huh.
So he's going like this, but the way my pistols were built was based off of the show Outlaw Star, where he has what's known as a caster pistol, which is think of a breech loaded flintlock pistol.
Okay.
But it fires like the different shells you put in it could literally be like, hey, this is this is literally just if I could fire like casting lightning out of it, and the bullet is like a lightning bolt.
Nice.
And he gets like different abilities like that to use. So my character, like, that was his end all, Reiku. That was like my final his like my primary weapon. Otherwise, what I had was instead of doing like a bow and arrow, I would have multiple magic flintlocks.
Got you.
That would just like I would pull them out and then I would switch to the next ones, and by the time I would reload, it would magically reload for me.
Of course.
Yeah, just so it wasn't.
What's going on? Who are you?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team.
I know a Kate Bowman who is an engineer.
Really?
Yes.
Attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived. I think they know the torch went out.
Oh.
Stay put. I'll get those other torches offline as soon as I can.
Thanks. I'll contact you when I can.
Like you're like, who are you? What is going on here? Don't ask me that. Nope, I'm just gonna go do it.
Right.
But my whole backstory was like I ended up becoming the leader of. I ended up becoming like a captain of a ship, like a pirate, like privateering, and became the captain.
Nice.
And then so there would be points where we would run into other military people who would see me with my coat on, and they would be like, "I think you're this person."
Oh shit! It's this guy again.
Hey.
Oh God, I didn't mean to.
Jesus fucking Christ!
You can't go firing your weapon at everything that moves. What the hell's wrong with you?
Sorry, I thought you were one of them.
Here's a tip. 2 eyes, human. 4 eyes, Batarian.
Yeah, okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah, just be more
I
careful.
know you're
Stupid.
scared, but I'm here to help. Commander Shepard with the Alliance.
Simon Atwell. I'm the chief engineer on this rock. Listen, we don't have much time. The Batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to shut them down before we hit Terra Nova. There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family.
That's not a lot of people. That's okay. 4 million in the grand scheme of things.
4 million for like a colony, though.
Sure.
Batarians
Still not a lot of people.
shut down all 3 torches. Anything else I should know?
One of the torches is
Like
surrounded
in
by
Warhammer, we have a billion
We were
worlds
set up to excavate when we arrived.
with billions of people on most of them.
I don't know.
That tank of yours will set them off, so you'll have
Like,
to-
Well, you gotta think of like, I mean, an asteroid smashing into it probably like glass the planet.
Yeah, but I want you to think about this here, right? We're at like 11.8 billion people on the planet.
Right now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Last I checked, it was like 8 billion.
Let me hold on.
What?
This is the year of our Lord 2024.
God.
Let me check something real quick.
You set them up. Can you disable them?
Not from here.
It's depressing.
No. There are manual
me check
controls
this.
by the entrance to the torch facility inside the blast zone. You can disarm the caps there. One last thing. I had a crew working off.
Okay, sorry.
Attack hit.
You're right. It's 8 billion.
Oh, thank God.
These Batarians are ruthless.
It's going to be like
I
8
saw them
billion.
smash the face
Oh, that's
plate.
2022?
And those Varen. I don't
It's
think they
8.2 billion, right?
corpse before
Right.
So
I came across a member of...
I want you to think, like, right? If
Well,
we were talking about this at work yesterday, right? Do you know the premise of the Avengers Infinity War thing with Thanos and the snap?
No.
So Thanos' entire thing is like,
Better get moving.
he's like, we don't have enough resources in the universe, so I'm gonna wipe out half of existence
good luck, Shepard.
of everything
Right.
in order to like to balance it out, so that way we'd have enough food to go around.
Right.
So we were talking about this, and it's like half of all existence in the universe. Most people live in India and China. So even if you said 50-50 and we, boom, wiped out half the human population on this planet, chances of you and I realizing that actually happened would be slim to none. Because it's like so many people are concentrated in certain areas.
Right.
It's like, okay, your small town of 500 people, you might lose 1 or 2. And it was just one of those things where it's like, and you know, like my grandparents, and I know a few other people's like grandparents, would have seen the population double in their lifetime.
It's crazy.
But then you think about it, it's like in some of the small towns in this country, you would never know that the population doubled.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
Like, I mean, seriously, go to New York and be like, oh yeah, the population doubled. It's like,
that's nice.
You probably wouldn't even notice just by what you see every day.
Right.
So yeah, it was one of those like weird things. So when you're like, oh, 4 million, like 8.2 million, 4 million would still make it 8.1 billion.
Yeah. Okay.
It's such a small number. So and also as like human beings, there comes a point where we stop being able to like visualize numbers and quantities, because to our brain it just doesn't make sense. I think
there's a lot. Yeah.
I think it's like 500,000 is where your brain, like, yeah, you know that number exists, but if I were to be like, hey, here's $500,000,
woohoo,
your brain wouldn't be able to like comprehend what $500,000 would like look like.
Right.
Because I think you can fit like $5 million in a shoebox.
If it's like all hundreds.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This body has severe burns and shows signs of major concussion trauma. Mercifully, the explosion would have killed her instantaneously. I was like, how do you know it's a woman? Oh, never mind. Spacesuit.
Boobs.
Yeah, but... So if you're saying severe burns, that's a lot of fat. That would burn off.
Well,
depending on the heat. Okay, never mind.
Well, she was still in her suit. I mean, the
Okay.
suit could just be scorched completely.
Okay.
What they're getting at is that she was blown up.
And that's what... Okay.
What?
So... there are multiple things that hit you in an explosion.
Correct.
So you have
Air.
the concussive force of the blast,
Right.
which is the air plus sound. Like, you have the sound
Right.
hitting you, you have the air hitting you from the rapid expansion. Any shrapnel...
That's like mostly what's hitting you, honestly, probably.
Yeah.
It's just the force.
Is the force of it.
Yeah.
The shrapnel,
The fire. So.
and then the heat.
Yeah.
So it's saying that she would have been... She has, like, multiple concussive wounds, but it's like, that's probably what actually killed her, if that makes sense, is the force of it all.
Right. And since she died instantaneously, so she didn't, like, burn.
Yeah.
It probably just, like, scrambled her brain.
Are those...
Those are turrets, so yeah, apparently I lied. But this is a minefield. I guess I forgot that there were turrets on all.
Yeah, I thought that there were. Woo, got it.
Ground penetrating radar detects anti-vehicle demolitions nearby. Proceed on.
Yay!
Yeah, this doesn't necessarily make it the most fun aspect of the game, but... yeah, that Mako... So I was like, oh, it's going to drive like the Warthog, except a lot worse.
Yeah, pretty much. Oops. I'm gonna save right here. Because I usually step on 1 or 2 mines.
Getting all kinds of interference. Damn. Sorry. There's a lot of feedback. See if I can fix it. In the meantime, just keep doing...
Relax, I'm barely near it. Oh, there's a lot of people over there. Shit!
All of them have rockets. It's so cool. I'm like, oh, I wish I had the force push ability, but I don't like have that.
Okay.
Didn't step on a mine, but did eat a shotgun to the face.
Ran up and did it to me.
Yeah. The pistol I have, but I realize like you're playing this on insane, so it makes sense that you're like, ah, yes. Now, is there any special thing for completing this one in the order that you've beaten it in?
What do you mean?
So like the last one, you got like your upgrade to your engineer.
No, that's the only one. That's
Okay.
like that, yeah. Which is why it's like so important to do that one. Fuck that up. Come on, Gareth. Jesus.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What? Yeah, the guy has, like, some of those guys have rockets. I like that this is a cover shooter and you're just playing it like it's a Doom.
That's how you play Vanguard. That's why you got the barrier and the shield boost. So, like, when your shields go down, you can just hit shield boost, all of it. And then barrier just basically gives you a second shield.
Yeah, I'm sitting here, like, when I'm playing it, like, okay, like this. Okay, use this on this person, but I'm also nowhere near as fast at, like, activating it as you are. There's a level, and I think it's in Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, so the third one, where you have to go through a minefield, and you're about to go off, by the way. Like, that thing's super up on your right, or your left.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. And the game's like, oh, hey, if you don't want to set these off, these mines, heal.
Yeah, I was trying.
Okay. If you don't want to set these off, then make sure that you follow one of the guards. And the guard will actually like block the lasers. So one of the things that you can do is like either follow closely behind the guard, or you can or you can like knock him out and pick him up, or even kill him and pick him up, and it'll just let you use his body in order to like trigger not being a
yeah. God damn it.
Point blank.
Piece of shit.
So, the one canon thing that I kind of wish happened here, and I realized would make this miserable from a gameplay experience, right? If the first shot ricocheted off until you broke someone's shields, but the second you broke someone's shields and you hit their suit, the air gets, like, vacuumed out of them, and they just, that's how they die.
Oh, damn. That would suck.
Yeah. Well, it break the game from a gameplay
explosive
experience.
decompression.
Yeah. I don't know, it was, I don't know what it was. Was it Neil deGrasse Tyson I was probably watching? But he was talking about how in space a lot of people are like, oh no, you would if you were in space, right, and you took off your helmet, like we're gonna take out the fact that you would die from probably not being able to breathe
immediately.
But it's like a lot of people think like you crystallize, it would freeze almost immediately, but you would only do it at the speed at which your body cooled off to the ambient temperature outside. So you would feel it the entire way.
Oh no!
It wouldn't be instantaneous. Like I'm an ice crystal.
Right, you'd get freezer burned.
Yeah, and you'd feel it the entire way.
That would suck.
I know, right? Just random science to brighten everyone's day. Blasting cap controls.
Go ahead and turn that shit off.
Yeah, I was so upset when I fucked that up.
What's that?
When I fucked up like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so now you can drive the makeup up?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that because I don't want to have to run back.
Are those the mines right there?
I don't know.
That's what I assume it is. I was hoping, like, as like an engineer, I'd be like, I'm just gonna walk up beside it and, you know, boop, 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 and disarm it and just take it. Pull a Galaxy Quest and be like, I have a ton of mines next to my ship, and I'm just gonna drop them on you.
Oh, Engineer is fun, though, because in the third game, Engineer is the only class to get, like, a class-specific interrupt.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is bullshit, because I can think of, like, 3 separate times that a Vanguard specific one would have worked.